If you do not understand where you are coming from, it will be very difficult for you to get to where you are going. So, history is very relevant to our future. Now, I just want to show you how men or human being fell from grace to grass in the way that I understand it. When God created man, you know, he introduced holiness, righteousness, and godliness as a way of living, you know. And holiness has to do with our relationship, you know, with God. The Bible says God is holy. And if you want to be closer to God, you have to you have to be holy. Then God also introduced righteousness. Righteousness is a state of knowing your right from wrong, you know. Then and also godliness. That is being caring, putting other people into consideration. That is loving your neighbor as much as you love yourself. Now, these were the three concepts that God introduced, that will enable us to live a good life, on earth. But man rebelled, you know, and when man rebelled, there was introduction of three factors to that were kind of replace, or the world was trying to use it to replace the holiness, righteousness, and the godliness that God introduced. So what are those things? Money, power, and sex. So in the place of holiness, you know, the world introduced power. The world wanted to be free from God. You have all kinds of things that is going on, trying to take God out of the equation. Then in the place of righteousness, the world introduced money. Then in the place of godliness, they introduce sex, you know, which, which leads to immorality and all. But now it has moved from this stage to its lowest level, which is greediness, cheating, and selfishness. In the place of holiness, power, you have greed. Where you have righteousness, money is now cheating. Then where you have godliness, you know, sex has now moved to selfishness. So the state we are living now, people are greedy, people cheat, and people are selfish. And if you actually look around, these are the three major problems we have in the world today. Whether in America, whether in Canada, whether in Nigeria, in every part of the world. Because of greediness, cheating, and selfishness, the world is not making any progress. People are greedy, people cheat, and people are selfish. They are doing all this, just to go contrary to the original state that God put man in, which is the state of holiness, righteousness, and godliness. Can I tell you the truth? Despite all this greediness, cheating, and selfishness, the word of God will still stand. They cannot replace the holiness of God, the righteousness of God, and godliness. If you want to succeed, if you want to have peace of mind, if you want to be joyful, you better start retracing your steps, from this lower stage back to original state that God designed for you to be in. I want you to meditate on this. Do have a nice day. Bye bye.